hope you're ready. This is going to be exciting.
And the Geico restarts up to go. Green flag is out and we're underway.
Just a few laps into this. Oh, the 37's getting loose. Oh, and he saves it. Oh, they're going 3 wide.
We've got a 5-way fight for the win of this race coming to 4 laps to go. He's gonna win it here in spectacular fashion.
Welcome. We are under the sunny California skies here, finding out who are the future stars of Goat Locker Racing. It's the Broso Show. It's myself, Sam Yosef, and I got Mike Browning right next to me. Mike, it's great to be back with you.
Yeah, a nice little break there for a little while. It's good to be back and see what these guys got to offer.
Yeah, definitely. We got the all-star team here. Skyler is going to be on the production. It's going to be an amazing show. And on top of it, we are here at Auto Club Speedway in the ARCA cars, fast, crazy speeds, high line, low line, wherever these drivers want to go. It's going to be a new chapter here in Goat Locker Racing. But with all that said, let's get into the track map here at Auto Club. It doesn't exist in real life anymore, but the great people at iRacing have kept this track alive, which has produced great racing throughout the years. So many memories with Kyle Busch, taking dominant runs here. But here in Fontana, 2-mile track, 14-degree banking in the turns, 11-degree banking in the front. Gonna be crazy, insane speeds into it. Mike, I don't know about you, but I love Auto Club. I love what it brings to offer with all the cars that run here.
Yeah, it's nice to see it without all the storage units and cranes and construction equipment. So kind of a shame that they destroyed such a fun little track, but it's rough. It's got some unique banking, makes for some good lines, great racing, and you can make some pretty insane runs on exit here if you hit it just right or if you slip up a little bit on the bottom. So might be a little bit of contact throughout the race. These guys are all different skill levels. We got some familiar names and some new names, so it's going to be fun to see what kind of action they bring us tonight.
Yeah, a lot of action, like you said, and looking at the race details, it's going to be a 70-lap race with these cars. It's going to go very quickly, even if we're in green flag conditions. Pit road speed is going to be 55, so coming into turn 3 and down into turn 4, it's going to be difficult for these drivers if we do green flag pit stops. 3 tire sets for these drivers with 2 green white checker attempts available if needed at the end of the race. 65% fuel and everybody on the same setup. I think with the fuel setup, their drivers are running around 25 laps. We'll see if that's what turns out to be. So we're going to have quite a few pit stops happening tonight here at Auto Club.
Yeah, it's always good to see different fuel strategy with some different combinations, pit strategies. So see if these guys can do math better than me and figure out when the best time is to pit.
Yeah, we're not here to figure out the math. They're down there, and their crew chiefs or anybody who's spotters are going to figure it out for them. But we are coming to the end of qualifying, and it looks like we have a pole winner for the first race of the season. So the Jam Promotions pole award will go to David Calvert in the 90, and it looks like it's a front row lockout, father and son. Father in the pole, son in P2 with Dave Calvert on the outside. And then we go into third place, Levi McCarty in his 118. And in P4, we got Chris Bargetzi. P5, we go to Jamie Lipke. And then in P6, we got Rem Wyatt. Charles Aber, our reigning ARCA champion, is in P7. And J Cam, our reigning pro champion, is on his outside in 8th. Jason Christin will take the 9th position, and then Chuck Pegleg Phelps will take P10.
In 11th place, we have the 53 of Sean Lobos. 12th place, the number 71 of Daniel Parks. 13th, Matt Myers in the 11. 14th, the 99. Brandon is probably still terrible Wallace. 15th, we have Thaddeus Friel, impersonator. Is that what we're calling him? I never remember what that is. But
Yeah.
16th, we got the number 5 of Nate Cotilla. 17th place, newcomer Randall Peasley, and 18th, one of my teammates and the Black Sheep crew, the number 51 of Josh Unger. 19th place, we have Nick Trussell in the 022, and then number 80 and 20th place is Kevin Price.
And rounding out the back half of the field, DJ Patterson's going to start in the inside in 21st, with John Herman starting in 22nd. Rounding out to P23, Matt Weibers, I think Weibers, that's what he told us. I hope I'm saying it right. Starting at P23 with Mark Bartelos. I'm probably butchering that, and I apologize. Starting in P24. Black Price is going to start in P25, and Bill Mulfield will be in P26. And then we got Hayden Muir starting at P27, and then Matthew Bagwell will round out the field in P28.
It looked like there might have already had a little bit of action. Saw some smoke and a car backwards. I think somebody tried a little too hard to heat up the tires to get out there. Was that the 90 or 91? I couldn't really get a number there. He's trying to get back in the line here. Hopefully we get this sorted out before the green drops.
Yeah, looks like race control is going to give extra time for the pace. I really don't know what's going on, actually. But I did see that the pace lap got extended by 1. Hopefully these drivers can get it together before they get started.
Chaos already. We haven't hit lap 1.
Well, there's ARCA, so you know chaos will ensue in ARCA.
We'll get it figured out.
All right, so look at while we got this trying to figure out, and I see drivers are still shuffling around trying to figure out. Looks like track temp is gonna be sitting around 119, 120. So it was gonna be hot. Tires are gonna be chewed up, especially with this rough track surface. Hopefully these drivers are smart in their game strategies. But when I run at Auto Club, I'm full out all the time. I don't care what's going on.
Yeah, I know when we do this this track in the trucks, you can really hang it out there. It's gonna kill the right front, especially with the bumps. You start getting a little bit loose. Whoever can control that the best and manage their tires through this and keep up speed will probably end up making their way to the front. Or we could just have a full beans send it all night long and just see what happens.
All night long, indeed. Well, it looks like the cars are heading into turn 3. They're going to roll down into turn 4 for the start. In the inaugural race of the Foundation Series, I see the father-son lockout, Mike. I'm going to put my money on the son, David Calvert, to take the win tonight.
Yeah, it'd be good to see these two go at it. Hopefully they don't take each other out. That'd be an awkward Thanksgiving.
Awkward Thanksgiving indeed, but they're rolling to the extreme restart zone, and they're off. Father and son controlling the fields going into turn 1. It's going to be a long ways into that turn 1. Massive amount of speeds of these cars that are going to be behind. And honestly, if you want to be on that high line in the intro, but we got Levi Ricciardi getting into the bottom, trying to take that lead, and Levi Ricciardi with an insane move into turn 1.
They kept it nice and tidy going down the front stretch there, but as soon as they turned down for turn 1, it all fanned out. We got 4 wide in the back. Second and third going at it. Big run from Dave Calvert on the outside.
Huge run.
Starting to move high. And still 4 wide in the back.
4 wide indeed, 3 wide. All these drivers are trying to figure out where to go, not try to run into each other. And the beauty of Auto Club is that with this track, these drivers have enough space to kind of navigate, put their cars where they want it to be, and then go for where they want to go for position-wise. But there's a lot of times where these drivers might think 2 different things, and then a huge wreck and the big one's going to happen on track.
Yeah, guys that didn't get a good qualifying timer. Oh, we got one student to the inside. That's Daniel Parks down on the inside. Looks like he got clipped Down into the inside wall, looks like we're gonna stay green now.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to stay green. He went all the way down into the apron, so no other caution or no other car affected by that. So we're going to keep going green. We'll see if that keep going. Green flag run. And then in the replay, ooh, looks like he got loose in there and came down.
Maybe a slight tap from the number 5 there. Just trying to stay off the wall. Might have came down just a little bit, got a little bit of a nudge, and lost it after that. Managed to stay out of everybody else's way, and we keep running.
Yeah, we keep running indeed. Fast-paced. Levi McCarty still in the lead with Dave Calvert, the father, and Jamie Lipke looking into P2 right now. Thaddeus Friel in the 98 as well, trying to find position. And honestly, these drivers are jockeying position right now, trying to figure out where's the best place to be right now.
Yeah, everyone that started in the middle towards the back maybe had a bad qualifying run. Now's the time to up the aggression, go as hard as you can, pick off as many spots as you can. It's nice and closed up. You can see that. Leaders have kind of started to, well, never mind. We're going 3 wide for second place. Coming in 4 wide on the exit.
4 wide. Oh, my
Oh, we got one spin, 2 spinning.
We got a big one. 2, 3, 4.
There's a huge hit, and we're upside down. We're flipping. 2 cars flipping through the air.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Like I said, it just. I'm hearing Skylar saying that there's meatballs everywhere, and just looking at the screen, we've got cars pointing in wrong directions. Hoods missing, front ends missing.
There are not a lot of front ends left on those race cars.
No, indeed. So let's take a replay, checking to see. I mean, everybody going into 4 wide. And it looks like
it
starts
like
with Brandon Wallace and Thaddeus
both.
Friel just getting into each other. A little Brandon Wallace, a little dirty action right there, maybe. But
looked like maybe Wallace got a little bit tight, and at the same time, Thaddeus got a little bit loose, and they just came together. Boy, that just took out a lot of drivers.
Took out a lot of drivers, but the good thing is that with this caution, drivers do have a fast repair to use. So, ooh. Who is that car? That flip looked like they did a little Tony Hawk Pro Skater move right there. Matt, what's going on over there? I know we're in California, but we're not skateboarding right now. Or we're in the car with Matt Weavers right now, and he's super tight trying to get through that turn, and just
man, he was so close to making it out before he decided to try a kickflip there.
Yeah, that was crazy right there. It really looked like he was trying to keep the car down, and then decided to go up top, and that was it from there. Anyways, so
lots of fast repairs getting
used.
Yep, they are.
Yeah.
We're only 6 laps into this thing. You're gonna have to be careful for those guys if they want to make it to the end of this thing. Because I'm guessing that's probably not the last one that we're gonna have.
So I'm hearing a lot of drivers not really happy with that 4 wide situations, but you know, the big thing for these drivers is just to have fun. This is a summer series. Here at Go Locker, we really just want to have fun, get all that bent up energy from work. You know, we're here to relax and have a good time.
Yeah, and you really can't blame him. You know, I don't recall who that was going down towards the bottom there, but you just get such a huge run here at Auto Club when you take that bottom line and everybody else is pushing up tight. You can really make a lot of time up on the bottom, and kind of what it looked like. So
yeah, definitely. So it looks like looking at the cars right now, pace car list is still on. Some cars are still down in pit road. Maybe they're not using that fast repair just yet, but it is a big track, so they do have some time to sit on pit road and get some repairs done. So that might be the smart move. Save that fast repair for later in the race. Oh.
Must have missed the
Somebody's
pit box
toe
there.
link is broken.
Yeah, and there you just click the fast repair and get that thing
And
out
the
of the way.
magic of iRacing right there. All right. I mean, hey, so we got some cars back on track. A few drivers down a lap, but that's not meant to happen after a huge wreck like that. But I'm sure they'll get back on the lead lap. And looking at the...
Still quite a few vehicles that have some damage, so
Yeah.
maybe just try to stay on the lead lap. If you think it's going to happen again, maybe save that fast repair for later or just put in some laps. But yeah, a few people playing some different strategies here.
Yeah, so I wonder if Herman knows that he has a fast repair, because that's a lot of damage for a car right there to be back on track. But we'll see what happens. This is the Foundation Series. They're here to learn, here to understand what they need to do, learn on strategies and stuff like that. So maybe that's the strategy he wants to try.
Yeah, I think I would probably just want to get it done, and if it happens again, then you just go crack a cold one and take the rest of the night off. I suppose if you want to get some laps in and make sure you have one to save for the end, that's a way to go. As far as we could tell there, I mean, this is not the last time these guys are going to be running on each other's fenders. There was a lot of close racing going on just through those quick 5 laps. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, it looks like the drivers are getting ready to get back on the restart. Heading into turn 4, Mike, Levi McCarty, Chris Bargetzi in the front row. It's going to be Levi controlling it. I'll give you the call on this.
yeah, we got Levi coming up on point right now. He's up 2 positions along with Bargetzi and Jamie Lipke, all up 2 positions so far, coming into that Xfinity scoring or extreme scoring restart zone. And looks like Levi is off. A little bit of a wiggle. Looks like maybe a little bit of tire spin there from Bargetzi, but too wide, second and third back. Don't look now, but there's a black and white 85 that's coming hard. Around the outside, 3 wide for the top 5.
Yeah, 3 wide, might be 4 wide. David Calvert and Dave Calvert really trying to get back up to the front. You know, our front row lockout, father and son duo, really trying to do it, and it's awesome to see this father-son duo really racing. As Jake Ham is trying to spoil the party on David Calvert. Ooh, little contact.
Nice and close, getting close to that wall. He's going to hold it straight. Very close there. Great job at both drivers to stay off of each other. That was very tight.
Yeah, very tight indeed. It looked like Jake got a little tight as they got closer together, so nice of them to be able to keep it there. Now they're heading into turn 2. Bargetzi has full control of P2, but huge pile of drivers right behind him as well. 3-4 wide trying to get for P2.
The guy's going top to bottom on the exit 2 there, swerving all over. Oh, big one on the wall there. Was that Bargetzi scrubbed the wall on entry? Gets it back together and keeps going. That might have been Calvert there in the 40.
Yeah, either way, these drivers are giving it their all. It looks like
great run into P2 here.
Yeah, it looks like David Calvert, the son, going in for P2. He wants to get to that lead. Wants to be back
slides
in the
right
row.
up in front. Very close racing here. These guys are hanging all out. Nobody's saving tires at this point, I can tell you that.
No, it's still, I think track temp is around 118, so these tires are getting burnt up on each lap, but hey, go for it, man. If you really want to see some action out here, have some fun, make some moves that you may not think might not work. Hey, you never know if it's going to work or not. That's Jake Ham getting close to Jamie Lipke.
They are on. There's the touch. I would say there's no way they don't touch. Big touch. Oh, he got 3 wide, 2 banging doors down the front stretch.
Banging doors, and now the high side has a huge run. Jamie Lipke blocks that off. They're going to be 3 wide into turn 1. Teammates hooked up Jamie Lipke and Jason Kristen on the high side. Jake Ham really not trying to give up, trying to get back on that high side so that he can get in line with everybody else, but he's stuck in the middle. I see Nate Cotilla and Charles Ebert really trying to catch up to these drivers right here. And Charles Ebert is our reigning ARCA amateur champion, so he knows how to control this ARCA car around these tracks. Really serious on how he can get up to the front.
Yeah, I got two ARCA GLR ARCA champions running nose to tail right now, and if you look, that number 5 there, Tilly, he is up about 6 or 7 positions, so he has been moving, and he has put himself right in the mix.
Yeah, Nate Cotilla, we had a test race last week and at Michigan in the ARCA car, and Nate Cotilla, I think he controlled half that race from up the front. You know, a little strategy call that didn't work out for him at the end, but looking at him to see if he can make a little impact in this race. Because we continue to look at this pack. Total flat, they're easily 4 wide into this turn.
Yeah, this group is just a hornet's nest right now, and I'm shocked that they're all making it through. These things are starting to push. They're getting loose on the straightaways. It's getting intense. Big 7 there for Calvert. Almost gets clear. And don't know about the 11. Thought about sticking the nose in there.
Matt Myers really thinking that he can make it through, and he's going to have that high side run. And the 60 car of Rem Wyatt really left on his own. Nate Cotillo is going to also pass him as well. So you can see this. You can see the line starting to form now. That high side really giving these drivers some speed, and that's the beauty of Auto Club. You can run low, you can run high, but usually the high line just gives you that speed. As you see Nick Cotillo, is he going to make a move? No.
Going to get a bump draft all the way down the front straightaway. Huge block.
I think Nick Cotillo is saving a little bit. You know, I know he has speed in it, so to not go for that pass, I think he's saving his tires.
Yeah, this first group has kind of separated themselves from the back there, and they're kind of starting to separate a little bit the more that these two battle, but very close racing still. And I'm pretty surprised at how much movement there has been just all over the track. These guys go bottom, they go top, switch it around, just moving anywhere that they want to. So it's good to see. Nice driving by everybody so far. Just
a little bump,
real close to going down. Calvert there.
So, yeah, J Cam with the bump draft into Jason Kristen. Huge run into turn 1, but Jason Kristen able to get away, trying to get back up to his teammate of Jamie Lipke. She's on the move, trying to get past Chris Bargetzi, goes low. Levi McCarty's trying to break draft, so clearly David Calvert has speed.
Calvert is moving. He thought about going on the outside there, switched it back to the inside. Now they're switched again. McCarty throws a little bit of a gap there, but Calvert's got a good run on that outside. Kind of looks like he might be entering high and exiting just a little bit lower. Might be getting some good speed coming down the hill. Here he's down on the inside now on 1 and 2. And you got Lipke here looking on the inside of Bargetzi here. This is some tight racing for the top spots.
Yeah,
so now here comes Jason Kristen on the outside. So try to make a move on one, you're going to lose a position.
Yeah, you try to make a move on the bottom, you're going to pay for it if you don't get it done. And Jamie Lipke learns that lesson right there. J Cam and Jamie Lipke, round 2, turn 3 and 4. Will there be contact between these two drivers? I hope not.
The roles are reversed, and Jamie decides to stay just a little bit lower than Jake was, but we all know Jake. He's going to take it as he can. So he played a little bit safer than last time.
Yeah, Jake. Oh! Is that? I think I just saw a car go back. I think Nate Cotillo got a little loose or got a little contact. Not sure what happened to him. And we would look at the instant replay right here. Nate Cotillo, he had a huge run going into turn 1. Gets up to the line right behind Charles Abert. And, just too much speed. It runs into Charles Abert.
Great save by both drivers. Had that thing pitched almost 90 degrees to the track.
Yeah, huge save by them, but they're both still in it, so anything can happen. They're not done for the night. But looking at this top 3, Chris Bargetzi, David Calvert, Levi McCarty, and I think it's awesome that these drivers like David Calvert and Chris Bargetzi get to race with somebody like Levi McCarty, who's in our Premier Series a lot. They get to learn lessons, how to get past these drivers that might be a little bit higher level than them.
Yeah, you see McCarty trying to break the draft. He's doing everything he can to get a little bit of room for these guys, and they just keep running down. And the two battling behind, Kristen, Lipke, and Ham, them going back and forth is kind of set. Kristen gets real loose on exit. Say they've started to separate themselves from 4th, 5th, and 6th here, but the top 3 are there's the tail not going in.
Yeah, J Cam trying to get past Kristen. I think Kristen's going to hold it. That high line really is a good defensive line if you want to keep that car behind. But it looks like they're going to be neck and neck. J Cam is able to slide it in between the teammates. So, hey, we might have round 3 coming up into this next turn. Jamie Lipke and J Cam just seem to not be able to get away from each other right now.
I'd say Jason I've ran a lot of laps with Jason, and he is a very tough car to pass. He's very consistent, doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and usually that's the only time you're going to be able to get around him is if he makes a little slip up. So Jake's got his work cut out for him here, and looks like Jamie's just kind of settled in to kind of right and maybe save him a bit.
Yeah, saved indeed. Looking back throughout the whole field.
Meanwhile, these guys are
Kevin
saving
Price.
nothing.
Yeah, Kevin Price roaring that bottom. He might be saving a little bit tired running that low line. We got Charles Aber, Rem Wyatt, David Calvert. Huge field going on. And just heard something. No, somebody just disconnected. Okay, that's why I heard that. No problem. But yeah, running through this field, 20 laps in. It's been one caution at Green Flag Racing since. So Auto Club is really living up to its name right now. Levi McCarty up in the lead. David Calvert in P2 and Chris Burkett in P3.
Yeah, we have a nice little battle going here again to the inside is Calvert on McCarty. McCarty stays. Oh, Jake and Kristen into the outside wall.
Oh, that did not look good. But these drivers are trying to avoid Jake Ham in that
there's
situation.
Definitely some damage there.
Looking at the instant replay, Jake Ham and Jamie Lipke again going at it. Jason Kristen hits that wall, and
Yeah,
Jake
got
is
tight.
not able to slow up in that situation.
Yeah, Kristen got super tight on the exit, had to lift. Once he lifted, it looked like he started to get kind of loose, and then Jake's
Yeah.
going to have a meatball from that. That was a hard hit into the outside wall with the wheel turn, so it's definitely going to have some damage. Going to need that fast repair. But we are
Yeah.
getting close to pit stops, so it kind of works
Very
out.
wide for
Holy
the lead,
cow.
though. Oh, I didn't realize Levi McCarty got passed, but he's going right back to the lead. Chris Margetzi and David Calvert on the high side. These drivers going side by side. Levi McCarty's like, see ya. I'm going to take the lead back right here. David
Into
into
the wall,
the wall.
Calvert.
Ooh.
He tried
Yeah.
to sneak it in there. He had almost enough space to sneak it up alongside of McCarty there, but just ran out of room. McCarty slammed the door. Now he's starting to fall off the pace just a little bit.
Yeah, fall off the pace just a little bit, but Chris Margetzi is still up there. Levi McCarty decides to take the high side, and now these drivers are going to fall right in. And I think you did mention, as we see this pack right behind us trying to chase him down, I think pit stops are going to come up in a bit, maybe in 5-6 laps. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure these drivers are starting to think about green flag pit stops as no cautions have come out so far.
Yeah, I don't know if
Now
if
look-
I was in the driver's seat, I don't know if I'd be paying attention to much else. These guys have got windshields full of rear ends, just like out favorite here on Calvert. Pushed him all the way
Yeah.
down the front stretch.
Yeah, looking through the positions, gained and lost. Biggest mover right now is Brock Price. He started from the back of the field. Now he's caught up to this huge pack, and if he saved his tires well enough, he's going to get able, and he's making moves. Ooh, I think Jason Kristen scraped the wall again, getting tight into the wall, and all the drivers had to avoid, so nobody really repeating what Jake Ham had to go through. But it looks like Brock Price is really making strides to get up to the front of the field.
Yeah, Brock has a lot of speed. He was I think he was the quickest in practice. So these guys were running in groups, battling with each other. He's got a little bit more speed than I think most did throughout practice and the group pack racing. So he's gonna continue to move up, and once he gets through Charles and Dave here, he's gonna have a clean racetrack to go after the top three.
Yeah, clean racetrack to catch up, but he's sitting on the low side, throwing it to turn 3. Jamie Lipke right above, and I'm hearing on the radio, Levi McCarty, oh, we have a car spun in the back of the field. I think that was Jake Ham again. Ooh, unlucky for Jake Ham going on the instant replay. He's on fresh tires. He is a lap down after that incident, trying to get past. I don't know who that is. I think that's DJ Patterson.
Yeah. Yeah, just not enough room there.
No. Not enough room, indeed,
Which-
for Jake Ham, unfortunate.
What a break for McCarty, because he was coming into pit.
Yeah,
that probably
that
would
would've
have
been
closed
bad.
the pit for him.
Yeah, that would have been bad, but I'm hearing green flag pit stops are happening right now, so a lot of drivers have come down. I know Levi McCarty, I know Chuck Feltz, I know some,
Oh, too wide into the pit lane here. This is going to
Whoa.
get tight.
we have a huge
Oh.
track coming in.
Don't
Don't know
put
if we
them
got
grinding
some
down the front.
speeds. Hope we don't get any black flags. I think everybody's good. So Chris Bargetzi, Dave Calvert, and the
Still-
pack
We're bump
behind,
drafting down pit road.
they're able to get in, and hey, this is great to see green flag pit stops happening right now.
This is great. I'm seeing stuff that I've never seen before. We got bump draft down pit road. We got 2-3 wide coming into the pits. This is just, these guys are putting on a show.
So I know Levi McCarty was first to pit, so he's sitting in 21st right now. Wonder if looks like Jamie Licky and Charles Aber are going to get into pit. It's just great to see these drivers able to slow down and not mess up on this pit entry right here.
Yeah, this is a tough one to get into. It's got a little bit of a flatter entry once you come off the track, so it's easy. As you saw in Nashville, that is extremely hard for professional drivers to do. So it's good to see all these guys playing it safe, getting in the pits, keep going.
And look who's out on front, as always. Oh, but Sean Lobos, I'm hearing right now that he got speeding on pit lane. So as we were saying that these drivers are doing pretty well, Sean Lobos ends up with a black flag for speeding on pit lane. But back to the front, Brandon Wall is always going to be one of the last ones to pit. He's going to wait for something to happen and maybe benefit from that. So the Brandon Wallace strategy is going, but Randall Peasley is right behind him, hounding for that.
Yeah, Wallace is always going to run that Blaney line. He's going to go as long as he can and see what happens. He's going to have fresh tires towards the end of this race, and that does have a big effect at a track like this where you can have multiple lines. You're not going to get stuck behind somebody that's slower.
Yeah,
these two,
definitely.
nose to tail.
Yeah, so I'm hearing actually some drivers even forgot to turn on their tires as they came down pit road.
Oh, no.
So
Hey, we're all learning.
they're learning, but I'm thinking some of these drivers did not expect green flag pit stops to happen. So
This is
your
a
moment
change
to
for the
learn.
lead right here. Peasley down on the inside of Wallace. Not going to get clear, but he's going to stay ahead. Wallace with the run on the outside, very close to the wall, almost touchy. He's going to have a better run. Looks like.
Yeah,
Peasley's
so
gonna
I mean,
fall
but
behind.
Getsy with new tires trying to get his lead lap back. And just to note, Brandon Wallace and Randall Peasley were caught up in that first caution, so they have a little bit more that they could go compared to the rest of the field. The field coming in at lap 27. And as I say that, Randall
Peasley
Peasley
drops off right
decides
here.
to go into the pits.
But Wallace is still out there, so he's going to have a little bit extra to go since he pit earlier. But at some point, it's going to start hurting him. He's going to start losing a little bit too much time. So
Yeah, definitely. I think he has about 2 or 3 more laps on fuel, and he's gonna have to come in. But going through these green flag pit stops, I think only one car ended up with a black flag. Oh no, DJ Patterson now has a black flag for speeding on the pit road. So 2 cars, but 2 cars out of 28. That's really good to see from the field. No, looking at the field, Levi McCarty now up into P4. He's on the lead lap. He's going to hunt down, and I think his next competitor, Charles Aber, is going to be right behind him in P2. So McCarty now has a huge lead. But one thing he does not want to see now is a yellow flag come out and bring back that field.
yeah, it looks like Brandon has pit, so this is going to shuffle. Looks like McCarty, everyone has pit now, so McCarty's going to shuffle back up to first. Abert will be second, and Bargetzi will be in third once this all sorts out.
Well, as we were giving drivers credit, Brandon Wallace coming down for his pit stop as well, so he's going to have a little bit more extra fuel than some of the other drivers like McCarty and Aber. I saw Daniel Parks come down with a black flag, so a few drivers not really acclimated to this pit run, green flag pit stop run, but other than that, it's been a pretty clean green flag run for these guys.
Yeah, Daniel's had a pretty rough night so far. He got turned on the backstretch there early and get a black flag to go on top of it. That's just rubbing some salt in the wounds.
All right, so as we see the 2 teammates, Kristen and Licky, trying to push each other up to the front. Kristen and Licky were battling up in the top, and if you look up in front of them, I think Berkelos, Albert, and Myers are in the 3 tandem, but Myers is going on the inside for turn 1. Thaddeus Friel as well, trying to keep
Very tight,
up.
squeezing in the middle. Wow, Myers
Wow.
barely snuck in there. I thought they were going to take each other out for sure.
Yeah,
Great move by
definitely.
him to just put it in place.
And he definitely put it in. And if these drivers are smart, if they get together and stay in a single line, they will catch up to Aber and McCarty. So try to work together, but looks like these guys do not care about that right now.
Yeah, and, Kristen had the issues once he got tight on the worn tires. He was starting to fall back, the wall hits, but Jamie was up there pretty close too. So I don't know, maybe she had a bad pit entry or something, but lost quite a bit of time to the rest of the pack that they were running with before they started the pit.
Yeah, Jamie Lipke down 6 positions, but Thaddeus Friel, he's up 6 positions from where he started. So he's trying to get up to the front. Thaddeus Friel wants to show that, hey, I can compete with these guys out here. And so Thaddeus Friel on Matt Myers right now, trying for that 9th position, and I think, or 8th position, and I think he got it right there. But they're still side by side. Matt Myers is going to, almost contact between the 2 drivers right there. Thaddeus throws it down to the bottom. And he's going to try to do the slide job and get right in front of Matt for that position in P8, and he does.
Oh,
no.
I thought he was going to try for the crossover, tried to sneak it on the outside there. Thaddeus slams the door. As these two are battling, they're starting to lose a little bit of time to, oh, nope, there they're coming back now. Barcelos, he had a little bit of an issue coming into 3 there. He lost a lot of time.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing on the comms right now is Marcellus forgot to turn on his tire change when he came down to pit road, so he's still on old tires from his first run, while drivers around him are on fresher tires.
That would explain why he made such a move. He took gas only. So, man, this is gonna get real interesting. There's a bump there.
Oh,
Saves it after he gets a little wall tap. These guys are starting to get tight.
The cars are getting too tight, and Matt Myers ran into him. So now Jamie Lipke's going to get past, and Jamie Lipke's going to try to go after Matt Myers for that 8th position as well. Thaddeus Friel is gone. He's just gone ahead. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch up to the Calvert and Price right now. So a huge lose by Thaddeus Friel right now.
Yeah, we are just over halfway. The battles throughout the field, but as we watch, Levi has checked out to a 6.5 second gap, almost 7 now. He has found another gear. Aber gets still relatively close, and then just, I mean, 2 by 2 by 2 after that. Everybody's got somebody to race tonight.
Yeah, everybody has a position to race to deal with, but Levi McCarty showing his skill right now, going ahead and having that huge lead. But it looks like we're looking at a battle for P8 still. Kristen and Lipke working together. Matt Myers, also a teammate of Lipke and Kristen, but it looks like he's slowing up a little bit. Gonna let Brandon Wallace spot, who has fresher tires, to go after them.
But there's that strategy starting to work out. Brandon came out of nowhere. He's back in the top 10 already.
Yeah, usually that's how it goes with Brandon Wallace. He's gonna run it as far as he can and try to use those fresh tires to gain those positions back in the end. And it looks like it's working out for him right now. He's going to go after Kristen and Lipke, throws it into the middle of the track, trying to hit that bottom line. Lipke decides to take the middle. Kristen's going to take the high line, get the speed off the exit. We're going to have a side-by-side battle. Nope, Brandon Wallace actually takes that position for Kristen, so give P9 to Brandon Wallace. Jason Kristen's going to try to get it back, but Brandon Wallace definitely has more speed coming through these corners.
Yeah, Brandon was very nice on the exit of 4 there. He could have thrown a massive sliding block on Kristen, but he stayed down, and Kristen decides to follow him through and give him a push. Hitting the wall there for Myers in the exit 2.
Yeah, knowing how Jay Cam broke his suspension doing, now I'm surprised Matt Myers didn't have to have that same situation. Brandon Wallace doing the same move, throws it to the bottom of the track. Looks like Lipke's going to air block and gets a little loose on exit, so Brandon Wallace might have a run on it. Jason Kristen in tow as well. These drivers are really fighting hard for this P8 position right now.
Yeah, these guys don't know the word quit. They are just moving. Everybody is just absolute send. Hot track temps. Nobody's trying to save nothing. They are just going all out.
Yeah, speaking of going all out, Thaddeus Friel, even though the track temp is 120, seems like he saved his tires the best out of everybody else. He's been making huge moves through the field, up 8 positions from where he started. After those green flag pit stops, it looks like it's working out for him as well. And as I say that, he gives a little left tap to the wall, but he's going to go after the father-son duo of Dave Calvert. And no, that's actually just Calvert and Price. Oh, that's... No,
That's
mine-
Kevin,
what-
Kevin
what?
Price.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. I'm being told that one's a lap down. So yeah, it is the father-son duo, but it looks like the father is in the lead lap and the son is down a lap. So maybe they're just working together, trying to get in front of everybody.
Well, I saw that. I thought that was Kevin Price. Kevin Price moved up 15 positions after that round of pit stop, so he had a great pit stop, and he's keeping it up there. So I don't think that he was one of the guys that forgot to change his tires, because he's got quite a bit of speed, hanging out in the top 5.
Yeah, he got a top 5, but right now there's a battle for position for P8. Brandon Wallace and Jamie Lipke side by side going into turn 1, and they're trying
Sideways for Lipke.
Sideways for Lipke. She's able to save it and get it right behind Kristen. Looks like there might be a little contact. Looking at the instant replay, going side by side into turn 1. Usually these are when the drivers decide to go what line they want to, and yep,
Oh, yep.
contact between the drivers. That's
Big
usually what
push on
happens.
entry. These things are starting to be a little bit unpredictable, and you can tell as they come in next to another car, starting to do some funny things to them, and it's just that split second where you don't catch it in time, you lose 2 spots. So Jamie's going to regroup and get back after it. You know, she's not going to give up. Kristen,
Yeah, so we're looking at Charles Abert and Chris Bargetzi. Charles Abert, the ARCA AM champion for the spring season. Chris Bargetzi, relatively a newcomer at GLR, showed some promising speed in the playoffs. Almost took that title from Abert, so there might be a little battle that Chris wants to get going with Abert, trying to show, hey, maybe I should have been champion during the spring season.
yeah, it's good to see these guys up here racing. I haven't seen Bargetzi run much. Didn't do much with the ARCA cars this last GLR season, so I'm having a blast watching all these guys. They're wild. It's much better to watch it than be in the car. I tried to race one race with them, and I was like, it's too much for me. So it's way better from this perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to be in the perspective of Matt Myers, who's Ross Chastaining the wall. I might want to be in the perspective of Thaddeus Friel, though. I'm chasing down Dave Calvert for that P6 position. I mean, Thaddeus Friel, the impersonator, I mean, he's looking like the intimidator right now. That black car has been hunting cars down, and he's going left and right. He's trying to find Calvert's blocking. He's pushing Calvert into turn 1. So who's going to take that high side? Who's going to take that low side? Thaddeus Friel taking the high side. He's going to back it up, try to get a better exit than Calvert on, but he has the son is trying to put his nose in there, trying to help his dad out. Thaddeus Friel with a huge exit into 2, and he's Calvert is
Get him pushing through
gonna
again.
block.
I mean, he's
Wow,
running.
yeah,
He's running a
tongue-tied
fairly
like that.
decent pace. So, I mean, maybe Thaddeus is just content to push him through and get that draft. The draft does a lot of good here. Being a big track, punching a big hole in the air, saving some fuel. Why not push him all the way down the straightaway?
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, they're dancing, trying to find a position.
Oh, there's a big
Thaddeus
move.
throws it.
I take back
Thaddeus
everything
throws
I
it
said.
to the bottom. He's
going
for
ahead.
it. And he does the slide job. Calvert going to try to do the switchback, but I think Thaddeus has that block. Is father-son duo going to work together? Yes, they
Oh, they're
do.
gonna push him through now.
The son pushing father to P6, and I've never seen that happen in Go Locker history. Father-son duo working together. Actually, I take that back. I have seen that happen, but I'm not going to mention it right now.
We got some Calvert race manipulation going on here, but as they're doing this, look out for Brandon Wallace, because he is coming hot, and he is right on the back bumper. I don't know if he's got anywhere to go, but he's there.
There's just so much going on. Brandon Wallace, Jamie Lipke have now caught up to this pack. Kevin Price, I think Kevin Price is in 5th place. So this is a battle for position all over right now. These drivers have caught up, and I think Matt Myers is in the, oh no, Jason Christensen's in the back of that. He wants to get part of this battle, but Thaddeus throws it to the bottom. He's going for that 5th position, and he's going to get side by side with Kevin Price. He goes down low. Does anybody follow Thaddeus? No, they all stay high. So I think Thaddeus is going to try to do a little side draft, get back up into that line. Wow, these drivers are really going at it for now for that top 5 position.
Yeah, Kevin Price is starting to fall back to these guys and kind of messed up the line for Dave Calvert. Didn't really have anywhere to go, and Thaddeus just threw it down there, and here comes Brandon Wallace. And Brandon Wallace does have the fresher tires, a little bit better pace, but Thaddeus only has 5-lap older tires, and he's still running a relatively similar pace to what Wallace is doing. So on top of moving through this field, he's also doing a pretty good job of managing the car.
Well, the next thing that the drivers have to think about, I think green flag pit stops are going to happen again. And with all these gaggle of drivers, I think Brandon Wallace is the only one that really doesn't have to pit. But all these other drivers around him are going to be thinking about coming back down, getting new tires, and then splashing off for the last part of the race. So I'm sure Brandon Wallace really wants to get past these drivers before they start going down the pit road.
Yeah, you only got 20 laps to go, so how much can you really make up on your tires if you stayed out longer?
Right,
McCarty has jumped down, so looks like
the leader
Friel took a dive to the left also.
Yep. Friel has come down the pit lane as well, so Thaddeus Friel is going to be the first one in that pack to go get fresh rubber and fuel, and that might pay dividends for Thaddeus in getting ahead of these guys. Brandon Wallace really doesn't have to worry about that right now, so he's gotten ahead, and he's going to go chase down Rem Wyatt if he can.
Yeah, as he gets clear of these cars, you can see how he's starting to pull away a little bit. It might be a little bit too late. I think he's only going to have, I mean, he'll probably pit with 10 or 12 laps to go. Make up that much time. I mean, he was probably about 14 seconds back, somewhere in there, 12 to 14 seconds back. So it's going to take a mega drive for him to get to the front, but Levi's playing it safe, just getting the tires on and get to the end.
Yeah, so Rem Wyatt has already come down, and I know McCarty has pit as well. But looking at, I'm hearing chatter on the radio, Charles Abert is going to be pitting right now as well. So I think nobody really wants to stay out too long, knowing that this is going to be the last pit stop, and being that a green flag pit stops, you definitely don't want to be the last driver to the pit in the cycle and lose all those positions.
Yeah, not to put a commentator's curse on it, but as long as you don't get a yellow, these guys that are pitting now are going to be safe. But maybe that's what Brandon's banking on. It's just catching a late yellow, getting the fresh tires, and being able to pack everybody up. But man, you're gonna be better to have the strategy planned out than hope for one.
I mean, hope for one, and honestly, this is not the time for a yellow to come out. They've had great green flag racing so far, being that the track is allowing them to have so much space, but you don't want to be that driver caught down a lap, and then the yellow flag comes out with these drivers going between fresh and old rubber. And I'm seeing a lot more drivers coming into the pits right now.
I guess he is getting to the pits. That's going to put Brandon back on the point. But, hey, man, he's still got a pit. I don't know. And I'm trying to look at times to see how far back McCarty is. See, maybe 8.5 seconds back. So, man, he's...
Yeah, I think McCarty's going to take real quick control of this lead.
He is in the safest spot on the track right now. If you look, there is nobody around him. That is definitely where I would want to be.
Yeah, he's definitely Charles Abert. He's sitting behind. I think he's about 11 seconds behind. So that gap between first and second has definitely grown for these drivers. Brandon Wallace is still staying out there. And we have a gaggle of cars coming out. I think Thaddeus Friel is gonna fall in front. No, he actually falls behind. I think Jamie Lippy was able to jump Thaddeus Friel in those pit stops. Hey, Cotilla looks like he was able to jump as well, unless he's coming down the pit road right now.
Yeah, Thaddeus pit when McCarty did, Jamie pit 2 laps later, so either really good entry this time by Jamie or something happened with Thaddeus when he came down, but he lost quite a bit of time on track. But yeah, it's just it's hard to keep track of where everybody's at right now. There's been so much action. Looks like Brandon has pit. He's coming back out, and he's coming back out in 5th, 19 seconds back.
Thaddeus Friel trying to get his run on Brandon Wallace. These guys have been battling all night. It looks like Thaddeus Friel is really now putting pedal to the metal, trying to get up into the top 5. Chris Bargetti. Yellow flag is out. I see wrecking in the front of the field. Oh no, Kevin Price.
That's Kevin Price.
Kevin Price and Nick Trussell. No, I don't know if there's Nick Trussell. Yeah, it is Nick Trussell as well. So looking through this, Kevin Price on fresh tire. Oh.
Off the wall and comes down. Kevin had nowhere to go. Comes across the infield. Brings out the caution. So this is going to reset everything. So looking
at the in-car
Kevin
view of
here.
Kevin Price. Doesn't even know
he
that
has
Nick Trussell hits the wall.
No idea that he's out there. I mean, that he had hit the wall, but man, it's unfortunate for Kevin. He was having a really good run. He was running up towards the front. It's a tough break for him. That has shaken up the field quite a bit. There's some people that we've seen up there all night, but we haven't really talked about. Rem Wyatt up into 3rd spot right now. Great run for him. Jamie's sneaked their way up there into 4th. Chris is falling back into 5th, so something on the pit strategy there kind of bungled him. But it looks like Jake Ham's back up towards the front.
Yeah, it looks like Jake Ham, after his issues, just is able to get back. Maybe the caution flag really fell in the perfect place for him. A lot of these drivers can now get their last fresh rubber. I think they're all going to have at least one set left, and then they'll be able to go to the end. So we'll see who jots down the pit road. Looks like a few drivers are going to go down the pit road, Jake Ham included.
Couldn't tell with all the lapped cars mixed in there. I couldn't really tell if anybody stayed out. We'll have to check here as they come back through, but
it looks like the top 5 definitely stayed out.
Charles, Rem, Libke. Yeah, so lots going on here. We've got 13 to go. It's gonna get very spicy.
Yeah, very spicy indeed.
Yeah, Jake's had a rough night, so that's good. Another one of my black sheep guys, so I got to throw him out there. He's good night for him. Like to see it. And Jake's got a lot of speed. He can run with those guys up front. He's won championships, so never count him out. But there's a lot of guys in here with a lot of speed tonight, and this is making for some great racing.
Yeah, making great racing indeed. So looking through this field, a couple drivers getting their wave arounds. In this field, 2 drivers, McCarty, he opted for the fresh tires. So I'm sure with Aber and Rem Wyatt and Jamie Licky and Bargetti, they're going to try to hold him up as best as they can. But it's going to be a hard job for them.
And also looking through the field here, I don't know if you noticed, but we've got a 911 Wild Bill sighting in the top 10. We always love calling out Bill. He's such a good guy.
Bill.
Great to race with. Super clean, super fun. Awesome to see him running up here.
Yeah, definitely.
Another guy that's had a quiet night.
Yeah, Bill is just definitely a great guy. Steady Bill, as Skyler says. He is an awesome individual and great to race around, so it's awesome to see him out here tonight.
And you always know when you're around him, because I think every paint scheme I've ever seen him run, is just a big old American flag. So pretty easy to spot.
Yeah, definitely. So I think for the drivers, it's gonna be about 12 to go in this field. Looking through this field, I'm looking at Levi McCarty is going to be starting in P11 in this field. Brock Price is going to be the first one a lap down with David Calvert, Charles Felton, Jay Patterson, Matt Myers also a lap down. So some of these cars getting caught up in the caution during the green flag pit stops, and that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, we got most of the guys up front. Lights are out. Pace car. Most of the guys up front have about 6 to 8 laps on their tires. So how big of a difference is that going to play? We're going to find out here in just a minute.
Well, the pace car hits down into pit road. Drivers are getting ready. The string start restart zone. Charles Aber, AM champion, gets to the side, and he's off.
Quick jump.
Bottom line gets a huge jump. Top line doesn't. James Littke, it's a P2, and now they take control with Rem Wyatt and sitting at P3.
Yeah, that was reminiscent of a Denny Hamlin start there. He took out so quick, but he just went super early in the restart zone and left everybody else behind. Thaddeus taking a look down on the inside for third place on Rem. As Rem goes underneath Lipke, decides to wisely back out of it, but he's going to try and stick it back in there. Thaddeus is going to come all the way up the track. James is going to give him as much room as she can. Thaddeus wisely brings it back down the hill. But don't look now, here comes Brandon Wallace. Bargetzi right up behind Thaddeus Friel. We're 3 wide down the front stretch.
So we got a huge battle for that P3, P2 position. We got a huge battle for a lucky dog position. All battles happening right now in the field, with the field bunched up together. Levi McCarty, he's going through the field right now. He's sitting in P8. So he, with his fresh tires, he's trying to get back up to the field, but he has 3, 4, and 5 cars to get through that are sitting right in front of him.
Hey, don't look now, Dave is just diving in on McCarty there. He's back towards the front of the field. Oh, contact.
Piston and Wyatt getting it together.
Wow, these guys are all over the place. This is great. Shot down to the inside. Ball inside, and that's going to cause a wreck. Got one up in the air. That's Ham. Can't tell who else that was, but yeah, that was
Brandon Wallace. Move. I think Brandon Wallace was the cause of that one. Looking through J Cam's POV right now, and he just
nowhere to go. Maybe a little bit of arc and brake, but man, he had just launched off the front end.
Yeah, I mean, going from 2
here,
looking at Brandon Wallace's view.
Comes
Brandon Wallace going up,
not clear.
Yeah.
Brandon. What a break from Levi to just see that hole and shoot it, because if he doesn't, he's in it.
He's caught up in that. Yeah, he's caught up in that big time.
Great vision by Levi here. Just, I mean, watch this. He sees it coming. He says, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. See you boys later.
Yeah, he says it right down low, and chaos is just happening right behind him.
He's got a very good awareness in these things. Like, by the time I'm looking at my rear view and looking out the front, I'm 50 yards down the track. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but man, he just makes a move. It's decisive, it's clean, and I mean, luck or skill, one of the two. He's got a lot of it.
He's definitely got something going on, but it puts him to P4. Thaddeus Friel, the impersonator, he's sitting in P3. Jamie Littke still sitting in P2, and Charles Aber, I don't know if he pit. I think they've already had that opportunity to go down and pit, so they're stuck with their decisions right now. But man, it's going to be a close finish to the end, and I think David Calvert is going to be the lucky dog for this one as well.
Yeah, it looks like Thaddeus is going to decide to dip into pit road, but that may not be a good choice. Charles pit on lap 51, Jamie 51, Levi on 56. So he's definitely got the tire advantage. He's had the speed to run out front all night, so he's definitely it's definitely his race to lose right now.
Now, looking at this positions gain the loss, our favorite Bill Mofield up 18 positions. Hey, he like you said, he runs a clean race. He'll find his way up to the front, whether it's an Indy car or the Star Car Racing or sports car. He'll find his way up to the top 10, and he's definitely done that tonight. Mark Barrichello's right behind him. It's 15 positions, so huge gains for some of these drivers out here. And I think he has fresh tires on now, so he'll be able to at least battle with these guys now. I like his paint scheme too.
Yeah, it reminds me of an old like 70s chopper with metallic flake paint in it. I like that. It's a good look. But I also look at, I don't even remember, what was it, lap 2? Daniel Parks sliding through the backstretch, hitting the wall. He's up into 6th right now, so steady Eddie race for him. He's up in 6th.
Daniel Parks just shows up all the time, no matter what happens. He's somewhere there.
We watched Dave Calvert in that intense battle with the block-in and drafting. He's still in 7th, so these guys are just not going away. They're just hanging in there.
Yeah, not going away, and just showing that if you just stick with it, you'll be able to catch back up to the front. And also, this is the summer series, so it's not as serious as the spring. And so I'm sure with these cautions, he's able to get back up to the front, and looks like Lady Luck has just sat his way.
Yeah, I didn't see too many people doing a wave route. I know when they did that pit stop, there was a lot of people that stayed out. So maybe he got a wave around or lucky dog or something. But yeah, great run for these guys.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to be sitting, I think we're going to be under 5 to go for these drivers. And I don't know about you, Mike, but cautions do break caution. So hopefully these drivers can get to the end, but I wouldn't be surprised if another incident happens in the front.
Yeah, with 6 laps left, the way these guys have ran all night, put them back in a pack, something's going to happen. We're either going to have a wild finish or some more wrecked race cars.
Yeah, more. I mean, Levi McCarty's weaving his tires, getting some heat into those bad boys. He's ready to get back up into the lead. And if I remember, I was in a truck race battling with Levi up in the front, and he made sure that his presence was known while we were battling for the top 3. So I'm sure he'll do the same for Charles and Whitney up front.
Yeah, it's pretty hard not to notice a car swerving menacingly behind you when you're just trying to run the pace.
Well, they switch to restart scoring zone. Charles Aber once again gets to control the field, and he's off. Huge jump. Levi McCarty sitting on the bottom. He's going to try to get in front of Jamie Lipke as they head into turn 1. Jamie Lipke will have the advantage, though, sitting on the high side. But I'm sure Levi McCarty's going to throw it down there with the fresh tires, and he does. He's on the bottom. Charles Abert's on the top. He will come out in front. Going out of turn 2, looks like Levi and Charles are neck and neck, not able to clear in front of Charles. So Charles will have that advantage going down the backstretch, but Levi does have the fresh tires compared to these drivers. But Charles sends it down there. He wants to block Levi.
Yeah, Jamie gave an insane push down the backstretch, shoved Charles all the way back to the front, and now Levi is going to jump up in front of Jamie. Now he's going to be forced to push him down the front stretch as they come right back side by side.
Yeah, and I think Levi knew that he needs to get up top if he wants to be able to clear Charles. I don't know if Charles has anything left in the bank. Is he going to do the slide job? It looks like he's still ahead.
Slide up. He's going to have the spot, but Levi's going to have the run.
Smooth as butter for Charles Aber right there. He's able to hold Levi McCarty, but Levi's going to be like, no way, I'm taking this lead back from you, sir. And he sends it right in, and he's going to clear Charles Aber into turn 3. Jamie Lipke right now in a battle with Rem White. Daniel Parks, like you said, looking to try to get up to the front. They go to the bottom, and every time these drivers go to the bottom, that could breed a caution because some of these drivers aren't paying attention or don't want to go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, you're seeing some massive dives and slide jobs coming on this track. Eventually, somebody is going to push them a little bit too hard, but man, it's going to be tight here on Parks and Wyatt. Oh, big move down to the bottom. He's trying to follow along with McCarty.
Huge move. And now, I think Daniel Parks is going for it right now. Daniel Parks doing his special thing when it's like 5 to go. Something, and yo!
There's
he
the
turns!
move.
He turns! Huge,
Oh,
huge,
big
huge.
wreck. Barcelo, Calvert. Oh,
no,
another
Brandon
big hit. They're
Wallace,
still
no.
wrecking.
No! Oh, I think he's still going. Oh, man, Brandon Wallace. Oh, holy crap.
Oh man, you got Chuck Phelps in there, Calvert. Yeah, just 3 lanes coming into one just is not going to work.
Yeah,
I'm not
looking
sure
at-
if Jamie knew that they were going to be 3 wide right here.
Oh, she knew. No, she knew that he was there, and Daniel Parks just gets
Come all
really
the way down,
tight,
comes right back up,
slides
yep.
up. Yep. Rem Wyatt, Calvert,
Kristen Calvert,
Kristen,
Barcelo,
and you're gonna
Catilla
see
gets a hit.
Brandon Wallace get collected, David Calvert. Just a
Think-
lot of
Oh,
situations. going right now.
oh, jeez. Brandon's on spin cycle down the front stretch.
Skyler, put it on Brandon now. Put it on Brandon now, Skyler. Looking at Brandon Wallace, this is going to be a great shot right now of Brandon Wallace going in his in-car cam right next to Chuck Phelps. He is trying to get back up to the front after what just happened. And yeah, we're about to, if you're not really good with spinning, don't get motion sickness right now.
If
Because it's about
anybody
to happen.
gets queasy on a teacup ride, turn away now.
And here we go.
There we go.
I think he got like 4 turns before he touched the ground. Oh man.
Oh,
man.
that's going to be a good clip.
Yeah, he's going to be in the in-care field center after this. So prayers and thoughts to Brandon Wallace right now.
Yeah, it was such an odd little jump there too, maybe a little neck coat or something, but it just sent him.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at this, but it's too funny to watch his car flip.
At least he's in his house right now, safe and sound, so we can laugh about it. But man, that was
Yeah. I think we're going to go slow-mo on this, actually. Wild bumper sitting up in the air right now. Oh, no, he's in pit road. Oh, Skyler is doing something.
again. If anybody has any motion sickness problems, look away now.
Oh. Okay, so we're sitting at slow-mo, so now it's going to be as bad.
We're
So
gonna try
we're
and get
going
a
to
roll
count
count.
how
We
many
need a
rolls
little,
he does.
yeah, we need a little spinning dial here.
Brandon Wallace coming in. He's going to get through that first portion. There comes
and
Charles Phelps.
Chuck tries to.
to.
If nobody else was there, Chuck would have made it. And then somehow, right there, he just gets the ejecto ceto cuz and just starts the barrel roll.
I'm counting 2, 3, 4. DJ Patterson getting a nice cool shot right there. 5, 6,
6.
7, 8. Yeah, just too many. Just too many. Oh, he's still going. This is Talladega Nights all over again. Let's throw an Applebee's commercial while he still spins.
13, 14? We're gonna get 13? No, we're gonna get one more.
Over under.
14. This is gonna put us in a green and white checkered, so you haven't missed anything. We're getting ready to go again. Brandon Wallace roll counter at 14. Lights are still on, so we're not going yet, but man, what
Oh, great. Your roll count 14 for Brandon Wallace.
what a mess for the field. We're gonna re-rack them and see what we got here.
Yeah.
Somehow, Daniel Parks is in third still.
Okay.
Somehow he made it through there.
Thaddeus is in
Bill
fourth, yeah.
fifth. Bargetzi's back up to sixth. Kevin Price who had that incident just a little bit ago, back up to 7th. Cotilla, same thing. Josh Unger, great run for him tonight, up in 9th. And Dave Calvert, just consistently in top 10. So
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like everybody's lined up. Well, I'm gonna see if Brandon Wallace can talk to us for a second after that situation. I think people want to make sure that he's okay. So let me see if I can bring him up here before we go green. Nope, actually, it doesn't want me to do it. So I don't know why Discord doesn't want to do it. Okay. Yeah,
It
we,
will-
we definitely got to get him on the next race and be like, hey, are you okay?
yeah, maybe he'll show up like Ryan Priest, coming up with the raccoon eyes, bloodshot eyes. Just, yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, well, while we've been counting flips, we are under a green-white checker. This is going to be the first attempt of a green-white checker for this race. Drivers get 2, and this is the first time you've seen a green-white checker attempt. It's going to be the green flag, the white flag, and then the checker. These drivers want to get that green flag done so that they can, once the white flag throws, it's anybody's game. Nothing will stop the race. But we're coming into the field is getting ready to go. Levi McCarty is going to have control of the field. Pace car is about to dip down into pit road, and we're going to have our first green-white checker shootout of this race. Extreme's going to restart zone. Levi McCarty getting ready into the restart zone, and he's off. Huge jump. Field a little checked up right behind, so it's great for Levi to hold this lead, but he's going to go right up to the top of the field and try to hold the tie as Aver, Sharks, I think that's Bill Mofield battling for the top 3.
4 wide for
Thaddeus
second.
goes
Thaddeus
four
down to
wide.
the inside. Thaddeus has the freshest tires. He just pit. You saw how big of a run McCarty had earlier. Can Thaddeus send it all the way to the front? A little bit. Oh gosh, there's
Hey,
movement all over.
you can throw it down there, but being at the bottom of this track doesn't really help when all the other cars are on the high side. 4 wide into turn 4. I'm going to be very surprised. They're looking for the
Oh,
white
we got
flag right now.
5 wide. There was
Dude,
5 wide
and I
back
think
there.
the white flag
Huge
is
move.
out. White flag is out, so anything is up for these drivers now. 1 to go. Levi McCarty in full control, but there's a huge battle for P3 through P7, P10. I don't even know at this point. They're just all jumbled together. 5, 6 wide, I think.
You might finish 5th or 15th, and you're only a 10th of a second away. Oh, Parks down to the inside again. Big wreck. Oh, just like before, Parks goes through, but he doesn't get away with it this time. Collects Dave Calvert. We're going to finish it out. The Glove Station final lap. Looks like Levi
Goes-
McCarty is going to hold off and come across the start-finish line first. Charles Aver in second, and Thaddeus Friel with a great run to finish third. What a race! What a finish! I mean, absolute hornet's nest from 4th back, and they're still racing to the line. No bumpers, probably missing some wheels. Sure, some guys lost some teeth. What a race!
Yeah, I was secretly rooting for Bill Mofield to be in the top 3 so we could talk to him. But Daniel Parks, let's get back to him in the in that final lap. It was a crazy situation for him. So looking at Daniel Parks right now, I think this is the green flag start actually right now. So he's
Yeah, it looked
running
like-
the top 2.
Looked like
I think, at
Abert.
that point.
I'm not sure if Abert spun or if he just got caught sleeping, but man, Thaddeus had an insane run. If he could have cleared there, maybe he had a shot. But after this, after they get together on the backstretch, man, it was just hold your steering wheel, grab the belt, something, hold on tight because you're going for a ride.
Going for
This
a
is-
ride indeed. Yeah, they're just 3-4 wide. Ooh, almost had a bigger caution. Before that, Kevin Price and Nate Cotilla make a little contact. Oh,
Coming in here,
this
they're
is
like 4, 5 wide, 3 wide, everywhere.
yeah. Oh my God. But here's the money shot. So Daniel Parks looks like he
Little
gets-
wiggle, and then just a tiniest of
Oh.
touches there. I mean, nothing you can do. You gotta you're all in and somebody lifts or gets a little bit loose, there's just nothing you can do there. But not as lucky as the first time. Couldn't make it through the field. Got collected a few others.
Collected a few others indeed.
What a great way to start the season. I mean, this Foundation series is such a cool concept anyways. We come out swinging like that. Man, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Well, I think we're going to run a couple commercials while we wait for the top 3 to get interviewed. Levi McCarty burning it down. We'll be right back after this, and we'll have interviews with the top 3.
Superior quality, ultimate protection, and the highest level of craftsmanship. We make our gloves for the hard worker that wakes up every morning and gives 110%. You deserve the highest quality protective gear that's going to work for you, day in, day out. We know it can be tough deciding what companies to trust for your hard-earned money. It's all in our name. We've mastered our craft to help you master yours. We make our gloves rugged, durable, and designed for you. Whatever the job is, we have you covered. We are your glove station.
All right. Well, that was a crazy race, crazy ending right there. Big speed, big crashes. I think we're going to look at the results right before our interviews with the top 3. Levi McCarty taking the first win of the Foundation Series in starting from P3 and finishing in first place. Charles Aber, AM champion for the spring, continuing his hot streak, finishing in P2. That is Frio. I'm not calling him the impersonator tonight. That was some intense and great driving from him, getting that P3 and final podium position. Bill Mofield, so close. Huge start for him from 26th to 4th. Huge run. I would have loved to talk to him. But he finishes out in P4. Chris Bargetzi finishes a respectable P5. Kevin Price, 20th to 6th. Great run by him. Cotilla, once again, I show you, he's that little dark horse that we have right now. 16th to 7th. Josh Unger, P8. Great to see him in the top 10. Barcelos, I'm sorry, I'm going to make sure it's right for the next race. So I'm going to make sure. Finishes at P9, and Jason Kristen comes away with that P10.
That's just outside the top 10. In 11th, Jamie Libke. Daniel Parks with such a close, I mean, at the end he was there, finishes it off 12th. Dave Calvert comes in 13th. David Calvert in 14th. DJ Patterson, solid night for him, finishing 15th. Weebers, I hope I get that one right, comes in 16th. Myers, after running up front, falls back into 17th. Price comes in 18th, Chuck Feltz in 19th, and Wyatt coming in to round out your top 20.
And then finishing in the back half of the field, Brandon Wallace. We thoughts and prayers for Brandon Wallace, but he's going to finish in P21. Herndon, P22, Random Peasley. He had a great run tonight, but got caught up in some action. He's going to finish in P23. Jay Cam as well, caught up in a couple things, not his night tonight, P24. Nick Trussell, great to see him out here, finishes in P25. Lobos, Sean Lobos finished in P26. Bagwell, P27. And Hayden Muir is going to round out our field in P28. Well, let's bring up our winner, Levi McCarty, up into the booth. Levi, Sam Yosef, Mike Browning, you have a copy?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Levi. Well, I mean, not really surprised by you dominating in the front. working through green flag pit stops and then have to work through the field after an unlucky caution, unfortunately. But great to see you racing out there. How was it?
Yeah, a lot of fun. I was glad to have the caution. I like to work on different things throughout the race and throughout the summer, especially, and try to improve. And it gave me a chance to go back and make some passes when it mattered late. And had a ton of fun working my way back up to the front.
Well, yeah, it was awesome to see you out there. You really were showing those guys what they need to work on, what they can do, and that's really what the Foundation Series is all about, is showing all these newcomers, what you can do with this car and what it's capable of. But Levi, it's awesome to hear from you. Right before we let you go, anybody you want to thank for this first place tonight?
Yeah, Lincoln Tech, Save 22. Appreciate everybody that is putting on the Foundation Series. I really like the idea of doing multiple cars and multiple style of tracks and everything. It really forces you to work on different cars, and I think it's a great idea. I'd love it to be a full-time series in the future, so we'll see how the turnout is. But yeah, off to a great start tonight. Appreciate everybody that puts it on. Thanks for the broadcast, and thanks for giving us a good place to come in and have fun. And a lot of fun. Appreciate everything, and talk to you guys later.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Levi McCarty and our winner tonight here in Auto Club. I think we're going to bring up Charles Abert now, Mike. He's all yours.
Charles, this is Mike and Sam in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, I mean, that was for you, that seemed like a pretty boring race. You just rode up front the whole time. I don't know if you hit anything. So, I mean, what do you got to say about that one?
Yeah, it was a pretty uneventful, I guess. I mean, I get tapped in the back going into one at one time, and I collected it. Thank goodness. It was just one of those things. We were stacked up coming down the straightaway into one, and somebody had I let off because the person let off in front of me, and the person behind me tapped me in the back. But that was a little, got the heart going a little bit. But other than sliding in the, coming down pit lane and worrying about sliding, everything else was pretty smooth for the most part in my spot. And I didn't want the last couple cautions, but it did make it very eventful.
Yeah, there was so much going on that I forgot that you sent it sideways into turn one. So thanks for the reminder on that one. When you go back and watch, you're going to know what we're talking about. It was pretty wild behind you. You managed to stay out of everything. Great run for you tonight. Puts a great start onto this series. A lot of different things with the multiple different cars coming up. So just when you get one figured out, we're going to switch it on you. So how are you going to plan on doing that for the rest of the season?
Just practice. We trying to throw up practice sessions and help, mentor some people, and I'm still learning. I get people that help learn. So it's been very interesting in learning the different cars, and I think this series is hopefully one of those that's going to stay and be a regular in the two seasons that we have, or the two main seasons we have, because I think with the diversity that we had tonight, I was surprised by the least amount of cautions that we had.
Yeah, it's a great race, great to watch. It's going to be fun to watch all season long. Anybody you'd like to thank before you head out?
Oh, yes, I want to thank the series sponsor, Lincoln Tech, JM Printing Promotions, or our pole award, and then V-Speed, Alexander PCs, Cruising Classics, and GT Simulators. Want to thank the broadcast for putting this on. Awesome. Y'all do an awesome job, and it's great to go back and listen to it and the perspective that y'all throw in it.
Well, we appreciate you. Good luck to you next week. Great run tonight. And I'm sure before this season is over, we're going to be talking to you again. So good luck to you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
All right. Looks like we have impersonator, intimidator, Thaddeus Friel up
Impersonator,
here.
yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Thaddeus, Sam and Mike in the booth, man. We were your biggest fans tonight outside of Bill Mofield. Seeing you go through that field, talk us through what was going through your mind. Looks like you had a lot of work that you had to go through coming through the field.
Well, survive, because I burned my fast repair real quick, and I was like, oh, maybe that was a little bit too aggressive, so I toned it down a little bit, picked my way through. So that was the main objective. I wasn't expecting to be that fast, but it's cool when it happens for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, man, you were working it low, you were working it high, you were doing slide jobs. You really knew where to put your car, and especially when they were going 3-4 wide, you were just patient before you put it in there. So kudos to you. What's your feelings on getting one more ARCA race before we head over to trucks and then over to the O'Reilly's and next gen car?
Well, I really enjoy the ARCA cars. Getting one more in would be cool. The like, as we rotate cars, like, it's gonna be, I think that's gonna be the hardest part about the whole series, is like you go from one to the next, and like the ARCA cars and the trucks are almost comparable, but once you start going to the O'Reilly's car and then the next gen car, the rest of the cars that are in the series, it really gets different in the handling aspect. So I think that's going to be the most difficult part.
Definitely. Well, we appreciate you being out here, man. Great to see you out here racing. And for this third place, who do you got to thank?
So I'd like to thank, obviously, iRacing, because we're on iRacing, MK Fire Design, Sim Motion, Harpoon Designs, Zach Graphics, Alexander PCs, and, the like. I'd also like to thank Bloodstrike Brewing, one of my gunnies in the Marine Corps. He started a brewery out in Tennessee, so shout out to them. And then a shout out to Team King Competition. Me and a few other vets are going to go up to Virginia to VIR in November and kind of hit it up there and start doing stuff. And obviously everybody on my team at Van, hey, those guys are awesome. They were doing a broadcast, and I had a little bit of time, so I decided to hop in.
Well, awesome to hear that from you, Thaddeus. And also, I should ask, do you care that we call you the impersonator, or are you like, come on, guys, it was like a couple weeks,
I came up with a nickname, and I completely forgot about it. That's why I was on the stream the other day with a beard instead of a mustache. I was like, oh, I made a mistake. The mustache will be back. I was just growing it back out. Right. I messed up.
All right, cool. Well, the impersonator is here to stay. So Thaddeus, appreciate you coming out, man. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Well, going through the last bit of this, we're going to pop up the schedule for the Foundation Series. So if you're interested in running this, looking at what we got going forward, we're going to be in Kentucky next week in the ARCA car. That is fun. I think it's going to be under the lights as well. So going to be fun. Then we head over into the trucks section of the schedule. We're going to be in Kansas, Las Vegas. So wide open racing, tire saving all over the place. Then we get into the O'Reilly's car, Michigan, come all the way, just pedal to the metal. And then for our road racers, we got Watkins Glen. I know Skyler really is going to enjoy that race. And then heading into our cup portion in the last two races, Texas Motor Speedway, the ultimate test of skill and control with the next gen car, and then Nashville Super Speedway, just a great racetrack to end the season in.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. You notice 2 races, different car. Not only are the cars completely different, the tracks are completely different. They all have their own quirks. They're all very different in the way that they drive. So it's not bad enough. It's not evil enough for us to just change the car. We decided to throw in a bunch of different stuff with the track too. So these guys are going to have their hands full. It's going to be great. You saw the action tonight. Hopefully that keeps on the whole season. And this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited as well. So my name is Sam Yosef. His name is Mike Browning. Skyler Daly was in the booth giving you these great cameras tonight provided by Dougie Beard. This is the Goat Locker Foundation Series. We'll see you guys next Thursday at Kentucky Motor Speedway.